Not much coming out of that.
It's not working.
No, I don't think so.
It's not working.
No.
This is supposed to give us Hong Kong news.
Yeah, and they just nothing coming out of
nothing.
it.
They said what?
Nothing.
Greece.
Yeah.
Not Hong Kong, right?
I'm getting Greece. I'm getting Syria.
Syria, not Hong Kong.
Yeah. It's just not.
ISIS.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know about that. No.
Okay, wait. Okay, this is remotely related.
Okay.
The Feds. The Feds said they are going to slowly increase the interest rates.
Well, that certainly
have to be
matters
patient.
people here. Yes, that has an impact.
But it's still the Feds. If you want to know Hong Kong news, look at this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, here's something that was announced on the other side of the world, but for the first time ever was not also co-announced in Hong Kong. The Heritage Foundation, every year since they started their Economic Freedom Index, has been doing a ranking. Hong Kong has come in number one every year. This year is the first year they did not fly in to announce the ranking in Hong Kong. Normally they would say, okay, we're going to go to the place that was number one. And they've been coming to Hong Kong for 21 years. This year, they
go to Hong Kong for 20 years.
They just announced it in the U.S.
21.
No event in Hong Kong. Nothing happened here. They used to have, I used to go to these things, and you'd have the chief executive and the financial secretary and Anson Chan would come. I mean, they would bring it was a big deal this year. And then, I noticed they kind of quietly, then the chief executive stopped coming. And then this year, they didn't even come to Hong Kong. It's a little sad. They announced it in the United States, and because Hong Kong and Singapore have been at the top of the list so often, people aren't, they're kind of like, yeah. People keep waiting for Hong Kong to get knocked off the top. That's what everybody's waiting for, and it didn't happen this year. So
you know what? We may get knocked off next year because they're not coming this year.
Yeah, well, it wasn't actually. Hong Kong did come down a couple of things, and where Hong Kong got a big hit this year was on perceptions of corruption. I mean, that's bad news because the way the index works is it is an index of indexes. They take other results and combine them to get an overall ranking.
Huge decrease.
Yeah.
Around 7 points on that category alone.
Yeah, I mean, and it brings us within a whisker of Singapore.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we no longer got 90 points this year.
I know.
And we only got 89 something.
Yeah, and it's that perception that corruption is on the rise in Hong Kong. And it's not about where you are. It's about the trajectory you have. It's about where you are going.
Well, we got an international big lawsuit on Raphael Hui.
I mean, yeah, and I mean,
it certainly have negative impact on the perception of corruption.
Because I've argued that things like that. Like on one hand, yes, people do look at that and say corruption is being dealt with. You can't get away with this stuff, right? When you see the big Raphael Hui case. Yeah. But on the other hand, it also brings to light that there is corruption. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, but luckily or fortunately,
yes,
people still regarded that as an individual incident, but not a general phenomenon.
Well,
having said that,
it's
a big enough incident, very senior, very high up. So even if it is an individual incident, it's a really big deal.
Well, and I think that we are going to have a little recess from that, but now the ICAC is kind of making noises. They're kind of like sending these little teasers out about Donald Tsang. Mm-hmm. That's the next one on their list. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why they're doing this. They're like, we'll have something for you soon. Get ready. It's like premieres for a movie. They're like, get ready for the Donald Tsang show. I mean, they're kind of like putting these little teasers out and making announcements they'll be ready soon.
Well, rumor has it that they may not prosecute Donald. So we'll see.
So they may not prosecute. What may come up is they might totally ignore the ginormous flat in Shenzhen.
Oh, yeah.
And say, we're very seriously looking into the fact that he got a boat ride and a bowl of congee coming back from Macau. And I mean, really? Look for that.
Yep.
I mean, if they do that,
well,
that is effectively...
It's nice congee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's nice congee.
Very tempting, definitely.
Pork bones and all that.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
yeah. That is what turns a man, I mean, the biggest nothing prosecution would be that one.
Okay, so political cappuccino, not only corruption and Heritage Foundation.
Yep.
But also, you know what? You mentioned the big flat. Do you know the owner of that flat?
I don't.
Is actually the major shareholder of digital radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay? And Donald has approved the digital radio license. Mm. And speaking of that, digital analog broadcasting, short form DAB, is our next topic. Okay. Not digital analog, not digital audio broadcasting, digital audio broadcasting, but we are talking about the Democratic Alliance for the Betterment of Hong Kong.
Yes.
It's a mouthful.
So, the chairman of the DAB has resigned.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because of his leg is not feeling well?
It's something. I don't know. In between all that Greece and Syria news,
no, he's perfectly healthy. Tam Yu-jung is perfectly healthy.
Tam Yu-jung perfectly healthy? Okay.
Yeah. And he is short form YC.
Yes.
Yeah, not CY.
Not CY. YC. So he's stepping down, and, the contenders, principally Starry Lee, are out there.
Starry Lee!
Oh, we're going to have a thing. That's the time for the next generation to move up and take over. But the problem that we have in Hong Kong is that none of our political parties are structured like democratic political parties. They run like old boys clubs with the occasional old girl. Although we can't call them old girls because it's not polite. But,
Okay. All right.
They're saying the young girls should get a chance to run the party, and maybe the chairmanship will open up space for new young people to rise up.
Okay, so
Starry Lee is out there, ready for action.
Is this a single horse race, you think?
I haven't heard.
DAB?
Well, who have you got? You got the vice chairman. Doesn't seem to have the fire,
Okay.
And then you've got,
very slick.
I would love to see somebody like Holden Chow.
Holden Chow.
The DAB head of the young DAB,
the firecracker guy.
Yeah. See him rise up and somebody throw their hat in the ring and say, I'm going to do it. And then Holden comes down and is like, I will contest this chair. We really get these contested races.
I think DAB put Starry as the chair is a very strategic move.
Yep.
It's also set the scene that she is aiming for a more senior position.
Like chief executive?
Or chief secretary.
Or chief secretary.
Yeah. Not the finance secretary.
Have we ever had a chief secretary come from outside?
Not. Yes. Henry Tang.
Oh, yeah, true.
Henry Tang.
Of course.
Henry Tang. So you see, she is legislator.
Yep.
Not only a legislator, but the so-called super district council.
Right, so like a legitimate legislator, not like a functional constituency legislator.
And she is also EXCO member.
Yeah.
And she is female.
Yep.
Young.
Yep.
And also become the chair of the...
Young but not too young, like experienced.
Yeah.
Has some experience.
40.
Yeah.
So, and once she became the chair for the largest political party in Hong Kong, it made her
that says something.
A contestant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of chief secretary.
But why chief secretary? Why not chief executive?
If she becomes the chief executive, she has to resign as the chair.
Yeah, but
I'm not talking about 2017, of course, but 2022.
2022. That's a long road to hoe, as it were.
Yeah, but you know what? This long view is usually adopted by the Communist Party and
True.
And the pro-establishment camp. They do it slowly.
It's one of their strengths.
Yeah. So we'll see. But this
Starry
move,
Lee, 2022.
Starry Lee.
I know. That's what I think every time I hear that name.
All right.
All right. Well, we still don't know what kind of mess we're going to have in 2017, but who knows? 2022, maybe Starry Lee.
Well, but you know what?
What's that?
On the other hand, you see when the pro-establishment camp, the largest party of the pro-establishment camp, is willing to at least put a much younger contestant to compete for the chair position.
Sure.
The Democrats is in a definite mess. I mean, I heard you can check
young, photogenic,
educated,
5 or 6 years of experience.
Perfect family, young little girl.
Yeah.
It's very Republican-like.
Yeah.
Very Republican.
Yeah.
Well. But you know what? The Pan-Democrats in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I've heard one of the senior member of the Pan-Democrats. I'm not going to mention names.
Okay.
They are saying that the current legislator are planning to run for 2016.
Okay.
And not passing the baton to the younger generation because they think that they are going to lose big time in 2016. So they said,
they're going to fall on their swords.
Let us go to do that.
We will march to our deaths and clear a path for you. Really?
Yes.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my God! But if this is the decision, I think this is a very wrong decision.
Well, political suicide brings us to another interesting point, which is, are there Democrats willing to do a deal with the government over universal suffrage in 2017? Because the only way that you could flip camps would be if you had basically resigned yourself to committing political suicide. Said, I am not going to run again. I will vote for this package. And I mean, the wobbles are coming out now. The wobbles are coming out. You know, people are talking about making concessions. I don't want to single out Ronnie Tong, but other people have. Oh wait, I just did. But Ronnie Tong is like now saying, well, you know, maybe something can be done.
He announced defeat. On the 3rd of September, saying that all these years that he fight for universal suffrage, he has lost this battle, and this is a battle that should be passed to the next generation. And all of a sudden, this last week, he said, okay, I'm willing to do it again. I mean, what happened?
You know, you have your good days and you have your bad days in politics. I'll grant him that. But lately there have been some conciliatory noises coming out of...
We'll see.
That branch. You know, they figure they're down to 4. They figure they need 4 people to vote for this package from the pro-Dem camp to get it through. So we'll see who those 4 are.
Yeah.
4. You know, that's all they need.
All right.
We'll anyways, for a week that has been quiet in politics in terms of actual events, I think you and I are, you know, there's stuff happening under the surface. Okay. Unfortunately, we can help the people dig it out.
And you know what? This week is actually the official start of the Year of the Lamb.
Really?
Yes, because
not Chinese New Year's, like
not the 19th of February, but the 4th of February. The 4th of February is the what they call the spring begins. So we begins our new year on the 4th of February.
Is it the Year of the Lamb? I thought it was like a goat or something this year.
Okay, goat. Fine. Goat.
Animals.
Goat. All right.
It's 4 legs, you know.
Okay.
Is it a goat? Year of the goat.
Year of the goat.
Okay.
But the Japanese say it's the Year of the Lamb.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know the Cambodians have a cat in there somewhere, which just blows my mind. They do.
All right.
They have a cat.
Okay, let's see what happened this week. And we are in the realm of rumors this week. I think there will be more rumors, and especially for the pan-democratic camp. And also there will be more news on DAB on the chairmanship.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll run for chair.
For DAB?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You?
Sure, why not? Just for kicks.
Did you join DAB yet?
Well, no, details. You know.
Too late!
All right.
But they do have a lot of ethnic minorities join this political party.
I'm an ethnic minority.
You?
Yeah, sure. All right.